Hi, I'm Mitch Gallagher. Welcome to Sweetwater's iOS Update. This week on the update, we'll take a look at Line 6's mobile keys, and I've got a tech tip on how to get files in and out of your iOS device. Let's dive in. One of the questions I'm often asked by users of iOS devices is how to get files in and out of the device, how to get them back and forth from a computer into an iPad, into an iPhone, or an iPod Touch. Well, there are a number of ways to do this. Of course, you can sync using the cloud. You can also sync up using a laptop. But if you just want to quickly transfer a file from one place to another, Dropbox is a great way to do it. Let's take a look at how it works. Dropbox is a web-based service that allows you to transfer files between your devices. You sign up for an account. It's free up to 2 gigabytes. If you need more than 2 gigabytes, you can purchase more space as well. Now, once you've created an account, you install the app onto your devices, and then a folder appears on the device that you can use just like a folder on your hard drive. But that folder is actually connected to the internet. It syncs automatically among all your devices, so when you place a file into the folder on one device, it instantly shows up in all the other devices. Let me show you how this works. I've got Dropbox here on my laptop. When I open the folder up, it looks just like any other folder on the hard drive. Now, if I want to move a file into that folder, I can grab a PDF, pull it over here, drop it in. The file shows up right here. Now, when I go over to my iPad and open up Dropbox, the same thing happens. We go back, and there's my file that I moved over. Has already been synced up. I can select that file. It will open right here inside of Dropbox. And then at that point, I can choose to print it, or I can choose to open it in any of the apps that support it that are already on the iOS device. So I could open it up in my Lyric Book, I can open it up in iBooks or in an iBand Manager. Anything that supports a PDF file will open it right up. It supports any kind of file. You're just putting files into the folder and transferring them back and forth. Very fast and very easy. Now, the process also works in the other direction. If you have apps in your iOS device that support Dropbox, you can save from those straight into your Dropbox folder, and it will show up in your computer. Let me show you how that works. For example, Aria, the Multitrack recording app, allows you to save and export your files into Dropbox. So I go down here to Export AAF to Dropbox, select that. It tells me that that's the file that it's ready to go with. We'll click Return. It exports. Now, exporting a multi-track file like that is, of course, a very large file. It takes quite a while to go over. So I'm just going to show you the AAF that was transferred. But what happens is, inside of Dropbox, a folder is created for Aria. You can see that it's right there inside the folder on my iOS device. There's a file for the session that I was working on. There are the bass tracks and the AAF file. Now, when I go over to my laptop, the exact same files are there because they've been sent through the Dropbox link. So it's automatically synced up. We go over here and select the same folders that were created, and our files are right there. I can pull them out, put them into Pro Tools, or wherever I want to work on them. Very easy way to get audio files or other types of files from your iOS device right over into your computer so you can work on them using your computer-based applications. To me, there are several big advantages to using Dropbox for getting files among your various devices. Number one, it's very intuitive. It's just like working with a hard drive or any other folder. Drag your file on there, it instantly shows up. You don't have to plug cables in, you don't have to tell anything to sync, you don't have to worry about what apps are doing what. Just drag the files in, they're right there ready to go. The other big thing is everything shows up instantly on all your devices. So I've got my files here in Dropbox on my iPad, they're on my laptop, I've got them on my desktop computer here, they're on my studio computer at home. If I open up my iPhone and select Dropbox there, I've instantly got the files there as well. So that's a very handy way to be able to get all of your files everywhere that you need them at once. Finally, the other big thing is, especially with our iOS devices, we have limited space here. When you put something into Dropbox, it's actually stored on that Dropbox server, so it's living on their machines, not taking up space inside here until I choose to download it into an app and use it there. So that's a very big deal when you have something that has a limited amount of memory. This week on the update, we have a special guest joining us. Daniel Fisher, Sweetwater's Director of Product Optimization, is going to show us mobile keys by Line 6.
Hi, I'm Daniel Fisher, Director of Product Optimization here at Sweetwater Sound. And today I'm very excited to show you the Line 6 Mobile Keys 49. It's basically a 49 key controller, very lightweight, very portable, and yet it has an awful lot of features on it, and it's very sturdy. I really like this keyboard. And it has a lot of connections for sustain pedal, expression. It's got a USB connection so you can connect it directly to your computer and your computer will power this thing. But most importantly, it has a very special connection, which is 30 pin, that goes directly to your iPhone or your iPad. And it will run many of your iOS device applications that use core MIDI. And one of my favorites is Apple's GarageBand, which I have loaded here. And my iPad is floating in the air very conveniently because I'm using Gator's new laptop desk mount articulating arm, which to me sounds like somebody jump roping. Laptop desk mount articulating arm. And you just plug into this thing here, and you can see over here that I now have my octave lights showing, and I know that I'm getting power to this thing. And GarageBand has a really nice organ. In fact, I recently used this organ live at a gig, and people were coming up to me after asking me, where'd you get that organ sound? It's like, $4.99 GarageBand. But listen to this thing. And it even has Leslie, and if you step on sustain pedal, which is CC64, it will speed up to Leslie. And it ramps up, and when you let go, it ramps down. And these keys are really nice for glissandos. Sometimes portable keyboards, they don't do as well when you're trying to slide sideways, and this one does really well, so I like that. However, I tend to like doing my Leslie speed with mod wheel. In this case, it doesn't do anything because it's expecting CC64, and mod wheel is CC1. But the Line 6 Mobile Keys 49 is really flexible in being able to assign any of its standard controllers to a different CC number. And all you have to do is hold this shift button and read the words that are right here on this label. And so, for example, if I want to change my mod wheel, I hold shift, I press mod, and then whatever CC number I want it to be, in this case 64. So I go 6, 4, and let go. That's it. So now I know that if I hold a chord and move the mod wheel, I'm going to get Leslie. And it's that easy. And one great thing is it doesn't disable my other thing. So my pedal still does Leslie. So there's a volume thing on here that works, a volume knob. There's a panning knob. I could change octaves. And I can even transpose. All I have to do is hold the shift key, touch transpose, and now anytime I do shift and octave, it actually starts doing half steps. So that's another convenient thing. So now I'm going to go to Instruments and pick a piano. I have a nice piano here. But maybe I'm used to a heavier keyboard for piano and I'm hitting the keys too hard. It's very easy to adjust the key feel on this thing. You just hold shift, touch key feel, and then pick a number from 0 through 9. If I do 9, now every time I play, it's going to be very hard. Like no matter how soft I hit, it's very loud. If I do shift and key feel and 0, now I really have to hit the key. So I like somewhere in between, like 6. So I do shift, key feel, 6, and now I have a nice blend between soft and loud. It just works so well, and it works with my iPhone, my iPad, and there's lots and lots of applications out there that you can use this with. And again, it can work as a USB controller for your keyboard or for your computer at home. So it's just all around a great thing to have.
I'd like to thank Daniel Fisher for that great demo of the Line 6 Mobile Keys, and thank you for joining me for Sweetwater's iOS Update. Be sure to tune in next time for more information on how to make music using your iOS devices. I'm Mitch Gallagher.